So, in the last episode of Isla Napali, we have been finishing up some areas of it's actually the new part of Isla Napali. I'm mixing up myself already. And we've been adding to a lovely little kids fountain area. And we will still continue in today's episode to finish up some stuff. Well, actually one area, but you're gonna see in a few seconds. So sit back, just enjoy the next episode of Isla Napali. Bam! So here we are in the actual time lapse of today's episode. As always, I'm trying to improve my stuff. I have already said that many times now. Again, the time lapse is a bit slower than usual, and this will lead to the fact that we will have today's episode and also the episode of Sunday already done from the Monday live stream, and I'm already starting to build further in this area. So I will be done by this Sunday afternoon with the modern part of Isla Napali. However, there is a lot changing at the moment. I'm trying to figure out some stuff, how I can still make sure that this park is really going even more into realism as it already is. So I am, as you can see in the background, it's a few minutes now of putting in some taggings. I created my own tags now to make sure that I have enough backstage area props always at hand quickly, because I'll need this many times in the next couple of episodes. This is why I am going in here and doing all this stuff. So I am trying to get someone else involved in Isla Napali again, who is potentially helping me also to, do this very, very unlikely stuff that you potentially would move away from yourself, as this episode will show you. So I'm not going to tell you right now who that is or how this will turn out, because we are not set yet if this is even going to happen. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. But the cool thing, if this would happen, would be that we could actually go immediately into the old part. And I'm always thankful for your guys' feedback. So please keep on commenting also in today's episode. The decision is pretty easy. We will definitely go in and do some stuff about the wooden coaster. So the wooden coaster will be the the starting point of the old area. Now, again, since YouTube actually is very demanding at the moment for interaction on the videos, so I've been, the thing is, and I've promised that, like before I had the little break of me moving into the new flat, I promised that I will be completely honest with you guys, and so I continue doing this now. I'm not going to hold back with my opinion in here, and so I need your help. It's pretty easy. The thing is, YouTube again changed everything about their algorithm, and yes, I shouldn't care too much about it, but honestly, the funny thing is, I've been to a SEO workshop, so the search engine optimization thing, which I'm doing for my job, and I've been to this workshop with a guy from Google a few days ago, and they also talked about a lot of things also regarding YouTube at the moment. So there is basically that one new update. It's been implemented for a few days now, I guess. On the Google search, it's been implemented for a year already, but it's working kind of good. So the idea is that YouTube is going to block clickbait a bit more. However, the measurement method might not be the best yet, so they're going to improve that. But one thing that is badly needed at the moment is view time. And I'm not talking about the overall view time. View time in terms of how long you watched the video at the very beginning. I know that a lot of you guys skip through the video, which is totally fine. I do this myself with other videos as well, and I don't want to hold you back from doing that, because it's normal, it's fine. The only issue is if you do this a few seconds after the beginning of the video, YouTube will predefine my video as clickbait or spam or whatever, because they think since you're gonna skip quickly through this video, it makes the video ranked very, very poorly and badly. So yeah, I'm a little bit pissed by this, because this is something I don't want to change you guys doing, because it's totally fine if you do so. But if you can do it, just leave the video running for like 30 seconds or something at least before you skip. That will help me a bunch already to improve the ratings a little bit, because at the end of the day, I am the only thing I'm striving for is interaction. As I told you many times, I really stopped caring about the numbers in general, and I'm feeling super happy about YouTube. It's a lot of fun doing this, but it's only fun if there's interaction. I'm totally honest with you. I will continue with Parkitect and with Anno as well. I'm not going to stop these videos this time, even though they're performing like worse than ever. But you know, as I said, I don't care. I'll primarily do this in streams. The streams we guys have, they're awesome. You know, just a few people in, but it's so cozy, it's so relaxed. I love this. But there is at least a constant interaction with the chat. However, if you upload a video, for example, from Parkitect, and you've got 2 comments, yeah, it's a little bit like, well, 2 people are interested in the video. You know, and it's a little bit of a tough thing to talk about, because on the one hand side, I'm just like, oh, you know, my followers, they're all pretty awesome, and maybe they can just come in and do a little bit of commentating here and there, and then it's gonna help me. It definitely helps the videos. You can really, if you go through my channel and you just watch the videos in terms of views, and then you see the amount of commentaries, you will definitely see, the comments, you will definitely see there is kind of a logic to it. So the more comments there are in the beginning of a video, the better the video will perform anyways. There is like, this is like a 100% rule that will always work. So if you guys comment in the first, let's say 2 hours, I can see that already. Like if I'm uploading a video and there are like, let's say 20 comments of you guys, I'm taking out my comments because they are not counted as comments. So if there are like 20 unique comments, the video performs well. If there are less than 10, the video will be bad. So that's as easy as it is. It doesn't really matter if the like rate or whatever is good. It doesn't really matter. Now this changed a little bit because likes and dislikes equally work into the algorithm as well. And maybe I should take a few seconds here to say I'm not complaining. Please don't. I'm just completely as objective as I can be as a human being, try to talk about that topic because I'm just interested in that, and just trying to improve the whole stuff just to make sure that I start understanding this stuff a bit better, because I'm really, that's kind of a hobby too, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want you to do anything. I only wanted to remind you, if you have a minute or an idea or whatever, a complaint, you can even have a complaint. And if you like the stuff you see, just hit that like button and consider doing a comment. You don't need to do that always, but if you have a comment, if you have anything in mind about this video, let me know. You know, and as I said, the one thing that helps me the most is constructive criticism, if that makes any sense. I do love, obviously, if you guys tell me that you like this so much and you love the episode. This is great. I still want to hear that. Don't worry, I like this. I'm a human being. I do like this. But it kind of doesn't move the whole process forward, right? And this is again, to come back to what I started this with. This is why I'm considering getting someone else in who is definitely the right person to look at things I would kind of move away from, to just be able to, you know, leave that alone as long as possible, to just go back one day to it, if maybe no one remembers, I don't know. So, you know, this is always helping me, and if there's criticism, I can deal with that. So again, regarding your comments of the last episodes, I think the request for a water ride is at level over 9,000 at the moment, so I'm pretty much, yeah, I think I will have no option to not build a water ride. So here's the thing, after the wooden coaster, we are going to build a water ride, and you guys are going to decide which one. Honestly, there are only 2 options. It's the river rapids or the log flume. I'm not going to build a water coaster because reasons. No, honestly, because we've already too many coasters in the park for the given park realism. We have already too less space to build like a great dark ride boat ride. That doesn't make too much sense in here. So the 2 options we have is a river rapid or a log flume. Honestly, I'm preferring the log flume by a million times, just because I feel this could be the better option for the island, and I've got a million ideas how to realize that. I'll do find enough ideas to realize a great river rapids, I hope at least. But if I would be to choose, it's definitely the log flume. But again, I am not the one to always choose what we do. So again, this was what you can see in the background is also being created in a live stream, and I've been changing a few things according to the constant feedback in the chat. So yeah, again, also the decision on which kind of walls we need and what kind of stuff we do in here is definitely a thing that came from everybody in the chat. So I am also working on a little bit of a fun little thing to bring back the idea of the company. So I know that this little bit of a funny element kind of disappeared, mainly because of time reasons. It was always, I love to do this kind of stuff with the computer at the beginning, or with the little spot or whatever, or the little newsletter I got, or what, just pretending there's a real company behind that, which I still love to do. But it kind of disappeared because of it's very time consuming to always think about how can you do this, and I need to re-edit in Photoshop and all this kind of stuff. It always takes time, and at the end of the day, you are always trying to go for what is the best thing for the channel and for you guys. And yes, that little bit and this little detail is definitely giving you that kind of little edge, right? This is the one thing that's really making the video even better. And but on the other side, you would then get maybe one episode less a week, which after a few weeks is definitely not what you guys want. And yeah, so that's the decision that I took. And now I want to bring that back at least for once, or, every once in a while, to make sure that you guys, are entertained, and that this is not going to be always the same, and there's still a little bit of a surprise in. And I want to kind of bring this element back, this element of surprise, because every time I am going to think about why I do other channels, I do like other channels, it always comes back to the fact that I'm either way very much entertained, because I feel like the one person is very funny. I love the game and I like the way he or she presents the game. Or the third one is the content is such a great quality that I pretty much enjoy it because of the quality. And however, I'm not as good as those people who can convince me only by the quality, simply because of, I'm not yet that good in editing stuff. There is a lot of stuff I would need to do about animations and stuff. I'm working on that, but I don't want to go too quick as I usually did in things. I want to release that as soon as it's done. It should be really good, and it should not feel kind of halfway done. So this is why I will hold back on that until I'm convinced that this is a good thing to do. So that's not what I can do, but what I will be able to do, hopefully for you guys, is to always come up with something creative. This is also why I made the poll on Twitter, by the way. If you've seen that, I asked you guys what you think this channel is for you. And since I know that not all of you are on Twitter, if you want to let me know this, you can do this in today's episode in the comments. So the question is really, what is this channel for you? So that's kind of a broad question, but what is it? Is it, I kind of tried to put it in some groups. Is it because of me? Is it because of Planet Coaster? Is it kind of because of my creativity? And I don't like to say that about myself, but I'm playing creative games and I'm trying to achieve stuff that is in some way creative. So I think I can just say that, even though I'm never going to consider myself to be that crazy creative. I don't know. I'm just having fun, and it seems that you guys like this, so I'm fully, I'm fully happy with that. But yeah, I don't know. Or is it that you think I'm a good gamer in that kind of sense, that you like this channel in terms of gaming, or is it a completely different reason that I won't be able to come up with? Because it's like when we work for a client in the agency, the client pretty often has a problem to see what the customer really wants, because they think too much out of their own brand. They are so convinced about what they do, and they do know exactly about each and every process, that they have a completely different perception of what the customers actually have. And this will be the same here on the channel. You guys will definitely perceive this channel in a different way that I will. And for me, it's always interesting to know how you do perceive this channel and what is your perception of it. And yeah, if you want to share that with me, I would be pretty happy to read the comments about that and what you guys think about this channel, what you like about this, what you don't like about this, and what you want to see improved in the future. So because these things are also moving it all forward if we are trying to come up with things that don't really are related to a game in particular. But now let me just take these last couple of seconds to talk about what we have been doing this episode, because next episode will still deal with the queue, and I'll give you a real-time update as well, because this is pretty much very, very detailed what we do here. And yeah, you've seen that we've done something I really love. I've seen that in, I think the first time I saw that is again Talico, the project of Friedwehr and Adver TV, putting this refrigerator within the queue line. I mean, it's not functional, but it's pretty realistic, because you in that kind of in these kind of long queues, you would always see either way a little fountain to drink something with drinking water. Oh, oops, I hit my microphone. Okay, it's a Rudi episode, yay. Or you would see like this kind of refrigerator, and yeah, that's why we put it here. And this was again a suggestion from the chat. I was trying to do something else first, but they came up with it, and I think that was a fairly great decision. So, but that's it with today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below about all the stuff we just discussed, and I hope you all will have a great day. As always, hit the like button if you liked it, hit the subscribe button if you loved it, and also bye bye, see you later, and ciao.
Love that's flowing on.